Press the attack button to attack a snail and collect its eyeballs. This cage is held up in the air by something heavy on the ground. Can you find it and destroy it? Be sure to collect all of the eyeballs for snacks on your trip. Press the special button to pick up objects with Shrek. Try destroying the rock to lower the cage. Try waiting until the turtle is dizzy before attacking it. You can throw turtles with Shrek too. Press the special button again to set the object on the ground. There are 7 dwarves who have been caught in these cages. Can you find all of them and set them free? Press the attack button to aim, then release it to throw the enemy. Press the special button to slow down time with Fiona, then touch all the fairies to collect them. Press the special button to pick up stunned enemies with Shrek. See any target that might open this gate? Hit the bullseye switch or throw something at it to open the gate. Belly flop one end of the teeter-totter to send a friend on the other end much higher into the air. Throw a TNT barrel at one end of the teeter-totter to send Shrek much higher into the air. Shrek can throw the turtles at the switch, or Gingerbread Man can throw candy canes to hit the target. These fairies look a little too fast to catch. Can you think of anyone who can slow them down? These are cookies that Gingerbread Man can throw to attract creatures and enemies of all sorts. There must be a target nearby we can hit to open the gate. Aim the cookie before throwing it by holding the special button, then releasing it to throw the cookie. You've been caught in a trap. Switch characters and set your teammate free. Be sure to get behind the chicken and aim at the pot before hitting the chicken. Get to the switch by jumping over the fence with the teeter-totter. Destroy the counterweight that holds the trap up to lower and open it. Looks like the switch is on the other side of the fence. A chicken must first be stunned, then it can be thrown or hit into the container. Looks like Little Red's cooking some chicken soup for Grandma. Can you help her get all the chickens in the pot? Try sinking a chicken from the 3-point line. Looks like it's time for Shrek to do some lifting. Now, who can lift and move this box to help with the next part of this puzzle? Press the special button to lift things with Shrek. Better hold on a second. These gators look fast. Use Shrek to pick up the box and move it by the lever. Switch characters by pressing buttons. Looks like we'll have to defeat those turtles before rescuing this dwarf. Use Donkey to burrow blast this gate open. Be sure to press the right buttons at the right time. At the right moment, slow down time with Fiona to get through safely. Now this gate is something only a powerful animal kick can break through. Press the special button to burrow blast with Donkey. Hold the attack button to aim, then move the cursor. Release the button to throw. Press the attack button to attack. Try to blow up as many blackbirds as you can. Press the special button to slow time with Fiona. Press the special button to tightrope walk with Puss in Boots. Press the special button to toss a rotten apple with Little Red. Press the special button to toss a cookie with Gingerbread Man. Press the special button to float creatures with Fairy. Press the jump button to jump. Some characters like Gingerbread Man can jump higher than others. Press the special button to charge with Handsome Shrek and Steed. Press the special button to huff and puff with Big Bad Wolf. Press the use button to pull levers and switches. If you hold the jump button after jumping on a bounce platform, you'll bounce even higher. Jump then attack to do Shrek's belly flop. Shrek's or Donkey's jumping belly flop attack can stun enemies and knock them away. This potion increases your team's attack power for a limited time. Jump then attack to do Fiona's whirlwind kick. Jump then attack to do Donkey's butt stomp. Jump, then attack to throw candy canes with Gingerbread Man. This potion turns on-screen enemies into frogs for a limited time. This potion makes your team invulnerable for a limited time. Jump up and attack the bell to open the gate. Jump, then attack to throw potions with Handsome Shrek. This guy's a blabbermouth, but he might come in handy as a bridge. This potion turns your team into harmless creatures that enemies won't attack. Collect all 12 magic beans for a bonus. Use Donkey to burrow bash this tree down. Perhaps ringing the bell will open this gate. Press the special button to toss a rotten apple with Little Red. Maybe these bats are a little too fast to get through. Use Fiona to slow time and the bats won't be a problem. Uh-oh, better take care of these traps before someone gets hurt. Destroy the mouse traps so the mice can pass safely. Use Donkey to burrow bash these tombstones to make a bridge. This tree looks familiar. Can you think of anyone who can kick it down? Better hurry and make a bridge for the mice before they fall. Better hurry and fill these holes with something heavy before the mice fall in. Use Donkey to burrow bash the lock and open the gate. A horseshoe lock. This looks familiar. The king needs your help. Better find him. He's the guy with the crown thingy on his head. Throw Troll's bombs back at him to defeat him. If you're wondering where the fun places are, perhaps someone in robes can help direct you. If you hurt too many citizens, town guards will come after you. I wouldn't recommend beating up your fellow citizens. Looks like you can wing it again with these chickens. Knock the fighting peasants silly, and then get Shrek to throw them into the paddy wagon. Uh-oh, better do your deed for the day and round up these bad guys. Unless you want to be ground beef, I'd find a way to switch things around. He's big, he's bad. Now help him go out with a bang. Try Fiona's slow time to defeat these enemies more quickly and easily. Talk about a bad case of indigestion. Better return what the troll has given you, quick. It looks like this lovely lady needs an escort in this dangerous part of town while shopping. If you don't like these little Halloween baddies, I suggest eliminating the biggest one first. Who keeps leaving these bakery items lying around? Care to use them, gingerbread man? Pull the lever switch to make the path safe. Now, who here is good at lifting things? Shrek needs to lift the gear and place it in the spoke. Haven't we seen this type of lock before? It looks like there's a missing piece needed to make this contraption work. Use Puss in Boots to tightrope across. Ropes like these have got to go someplace interesting. Attack the large pumpkin to prevent more smaller ones from coming. Shrek should pick this up and use it later. A strong animal kick should do the trick. Those will probably hurt more than a paper cut, eh? All that spinning, maybe a rest will help. Bust up the carrots to get through. Try Gingerbread Man's jumping candy cane attack or his cookie to get rid of the peasants. Maybe something sweet will draw their attention. Right into the saws. Nothing like giant vegetables to block the way. Wow! Triple the trouble. Chop chop. Sneak past the saws and pull the lever. You can do it. Use Donkey to burrow blast the button on the log lift. If you're quick, try sneaking past the saw blades. Gingerbread Man, don't forget to grab your cookies. Use the openings in the fences to hide from the tomatoes. Use Puss in Boots to get to the lever on the far side of the river. You can only attack barrels when they're sitting still. Looks like someone's roped into doing their special thing. Is there someone clever who can reach that lever? So bees like honey, right? Can you think of something else sweet they might like? Get Gingerbread Man to distract the bees with one of his cookies. Use Shrek to pick up the box and move it by the lever. I hear the cows in these parts break wind and gates. Jump up there with Gingerbread Man and pull the lever to turn off the saw. Looks like we need to stop that saw from spinning. Any ideas? Toss Gingerbread Man's cookie past the gate or whack the cow to get him to open the gate. Break all of the haystacks until you find the needle. Each road leads to a different challenge. Finish them all and you can continue. Looks like there's quite a bit of places to explore here. When all seems at a loss, find a vine to cross. Attack a chicken to stun it, then touch it to make it fly away. These chickens are making a mess. Let's get rid of them. Fend off the rats until the beanstalk can grow. Somewhere in these haystacks lays a needle. Can you find it? I wonder what's behind those doors. Let's explore. Catch the eggs by moving to the arrows. Crystal balls are nice and bright, and also good at deflecting light. A horseshoe mark again. We've seen one or two. You know what to do. Get Shrek to bring the gear over to the machine to activate it. Get Shrek to use the two crystal balls in combination to get past these security lasers. Get Shrek to pick up the crystal ball and use it to block the security lasers. Good job with the last crystal ball. Looks like we should use a similar technique here. Looks like the gear is missing. Care to place it and open the vault? Get Shrek to pick up the gear and bring it over to the open vault. Stay on the conveyor belts to stay alive. Get Shrek to pick up the gear and bring it up. Looks like another job for Puss in Boots. You can use the crates as cover as well. Looks like quite a hike to the top. Good luck. Teamwork is key here, so be sure to use your special abilities. Get Puss in Boots up there to walk across the ropes and grab the potion at the top. Good luck kicking Prince Charming's butt and his henchmen too. There must be a gear here somewhere. Step on the round switch to turn off the spotlight. Avoid the spotlights to prevent more guards from appearing. Hitting the ball will move it. Wonder what it can be used for. There are many ways to roll a ball uphill. How many ways can you think of? A light that is on can be turned off. Jump on the cage to lower it and bridge the gap. I suggest sneaking quietly and undetected. Push the ball to the switch to lower the bridge. Roll the ball onto the button for the bridge to raise. Destroy the egg to prevent more spiders from spawning. 2 bellows for 2 friends. Let the fun begin. How do we raise the cage to get to the lever? Get rolling to be clever. That big egg is hatching more spiders. Better get rid of it. Using the nook in the wall, move someone past the spotlight to hit the target and turn off the spotlight. You can use attacks or wolf's dog breath to move the ball up the hill. We've got to get past the spotlight and turn it off. I bet Shrek can break down the door. The goal rests behind this last stone guardian. You're never at a loss when there's a gap to cross. The answer hangs about. Those doors don't look so tough. A few knocks should be enough. Watch out for that guard with the lantern. He'll whistle an alarm. Get 2 friends to bounce on the switches to raise the staircase. You can fight the guard directly or use a rolling ball to defeat him. That pillar is cracked. Use Puss in Boots to walk the tightrope and get to the top. Another springy contraption. Time to spring to action. Free the prisoner by jumping on the spring. There's got to be a lever around here somewhere. Try going up. Break through the pillar by attacking it. Looks like we've got a lot of frogs to take care of. Hop to it. 3 springy contraptions for 3 friends. Jump on the spring to raise the staircase. 3 contraptions for 3 pieces of the bridge. Looks like there are people trapped inside and fires to put out. Break through the crystals to proceed. Remember, it's always good to pull the levers you find. Those crystals can be shattered. 2 bellows for 2 fellows. He needs more time to break through. Protect him from the attackers. Use the water cannons to defeat the soldiers across the way and protect him. Press the action button to use the water cannon and shoot the fires. Use Big Bad Wolf to blow out the fires. If you jump on the springy contraption, the platform moves up. Use Puss in Boots to walk the ropes. He's being harmed by the soldiers. Let's help him out. I think it's time to go up now. Can you think of how? Another springy bellow, perhaps to help your fellows. Sturdy are palm fronds, enough to jump upon. That billboard would make a nice bridge for the others to cross. While packing for their long journey, Shrek realized he still needed some essentials for the trip. Our big fellow can rain gumdrops of doom. Press a button to resume. The Wicked Witch then left a trail of cheese, so the mice would be led to her doorstep and into her boiling pot, because she is really wicked. I could tell you some stories. Wherever there lies a cookie, the big guy will strike. So toss cookies wherever you like. Newlywed fever continued to rise in the swamp, and dear Fiona couldn't be happier. Her parents invited her and Shrek to far, far away so they could meet the handsome man she married. Defend our big friend so he can reach the castle. And so they came upon a dark, creepy forest, and as if that weren't reason enough to turn back, an evil witch flew above them. The catapults are shooting at him. Break them. After that minor stumble, the king and queen got along famously with Shrek, welcoming him with the tolerance, love, and affection usually reserved for pop stars and heads of state. Or not. Shrek made it clear he loved Fiona, and no pompous king was going to blatantly mock his ogre girth. Fiona and Queen Lillian were eventually able to break up the fight, so a nervous Shrek waited to meet Fiona's parents, King Harold and Queen Lillian. Hoping to impress them, Shrek even remembered to trim his nose hairs. King Harold made it clear he wanted Fiona to marry Prince Charming and wasn't so fond of his fat, disgusting, nose-picking son-in-law. The king was approached by Fairy Godmother, who was a powerful provider of happily ever afters, and a lot of people owed her favors. Seeing the carriage horses were enchanted, the wicked witch turned them back into mice, for witches need mice for their witchery. She makes offers you can't refuse and can make people disappear, literally. You understand where I'm going with this, right? Because she could leave me sleeping with the fishes if I said too much, and mirrors and fish don't mix. Trust me. In the morning, tempers appeared to have cooled, and King Harold offered to show our group around far, far away. A devastated Shrek spent the night reading about Princess Fiona's dream of marrying a handsome prince with washboard abs, a chiseled chin, impeccable hygiene, in short. And so our heroes found themselves overlooking miles of rolling farmland. For it seems the water Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch had magical properties. Despite Jack's broken crown and a possible skull fracture, he and Jill realized organic farming could make them a lot of gold. And they were right. Because really, who doesn't like a nice, juicy, all-natural salad the size of a dragon? A really fat dragon. I mean, seriously, look at those carrots. That's a big salad. He even showed her a couple of midgets. But the fairy godmother told him ogres aren't allowed to have happily ever afters. And so, her answer was, after a long day of saving fried chicken, stopping an inner-city ride, and helping a wannabe princess get her shopping done, our hero headed back to the king's castle for a good night's sleep. Poor Shrek's evening would take a turn for the worse as he stumbled across Fiona's childhood diary. And so, hoping to solve Shrek's problems, our gang moved forward to Fairy Godmother's house, which was known for two things: its pre-war colonial charm and the impossibility of getting inside without an appointment. The anti-Shrek. Tired of being green and feeling ugly, Shrek decided to take a walk in the woods, as his friends tried to cheer him up. And so Shrek finally got his chance to ask the fairy godmother for a happily ever after potion. But he didn't just ask her. He showed her why he deserved one. He showed her everything from gadgets to gidgets, a graph, a pie chart, and a pie to go with it. He showed her numbers, statistics, blind jabbets, and widgets. So she made sure he was locked away in the deepest, darkest dungeon of a faraway prison, where no escape was possible. What Fairy Godmother didn't count on was Shrek's friends finding out about his arrest through a concerned and extremely benevolent third party. In the middle of the rainy night, something unexpected happened. Shrek and Donkey underwent a massive transformation. Shrek was as handsome as a prince, and Donkey his noble steed. No one knew what the potion would do. After Donkey did a taste test, Shrek chugged the potion, hoping it contained a happily ever after for him and Fiona. Nothing happened, at least at first. But then, so a jailbreak was planned, one that would most certainly test the fellowship of this thing. Things seemed to be going great as the gang said thanks and goodbye to Little Red for now. But after Shrek drank her potion, Fairy Godmother knew her son, Prince Charming, had a handsome rival for Fiona's affection. Prince Charming will kiss our unsuspecting Fiona, and Shrek will lose Fiona forever. Handsome and the crew made their way to far, far away. They arrived to find Gingerbread Man brought a little friend. Well, okay, a big friend. Well, things were about to get ugly. If Shrek and Fiona didn't kiss before midnight, they would be transformed back into ogre form. But what do you know? Those crazy kids decided to go for the ugly. Love can make you do some pretty strange things. If you don't like awkward kissing scenes, then turn your head. The only thing now standing between Shrek and Far, Far Away was Mount Grim, known amongst mountaineers as the heaping, ginormous mound o' rubble o' death. Without Snowy, our gang can't make it through Mount Grim, and that means the Fairy Godmother wins, which is bad. My handsome friend, it's your hero time! Well, Shrek and Fiona got their happily ever after all. Now put down the controller and go outside to play. We're done. Really. It's over. That is all, folks. Big Bad Wolf, claiming to have been a big bad Sherpa in his puppyhood, knew a shortcut. Why go over a mountain when you can go through it? And remember, if Shrek and the bunch don't move fast, unbeknownst to the crew, Gingerbread Man had whipped up a monstrous cookie creation to help defeat Fairy Godmother. Unfortunately, his weapon of mass destruction turned out to be a mass of doughy devastation.